There we go.
Start with Jagga Smith. How
Yeah.
exciting performance is that for a kid who everyone's sort of had to wait a long time to see under the lights?
Yeah, pleased for Jagger. I mean, we know his skill set is going to make us a better team, but for such a young man to have to navigate the disappointment of last year and wait for another opportunity is testament to the young person he is. And yeah, he's going to have an exciting future, but we certainly don't want to put the weight of expectation onto one young man's shoulders. But certainly if we can continue to play well as a team, he's going to help us be a pretty good team.
That said, what did you like about what he was able to do tonight? Obviously had a lot of the footy, but
Yeah.
in terms of what he could do with it.
Yeah, his ability to accumulate is undoubtedly one of his strengths, and he did that in his junior footy. But his ability to use his fast feet in traffic, have composure to put a teammate in a better position, hit targets, take the game forward for us. He's the link player between the midfield and the forward line, which a lot of the teams in today's footy just value so highly because defence is very good. So, yeah, he's only going to get better. He's going to grow. But yeah, it's really pleasing that he had another experience tonight that probably shows him what he can do.
Feels like there's a chance that it could be almost a quarter, more than a quarter of the team completely new faces from last year.
Yeah.
Do you have to balance how many you can fit in that?
Nah, not at all. It's just going to be on form, and we've got a big body of work that we've seen within the playing group, and because they spend so much time together, even though on the outside they might look like new faces, this group's been together, they've been connecting with one another, building the relationships, playing team system for 5 months now. So we're really confident that yes, there'll be new names on paper, but the work they've done over the summer is going to help that cohesion pretty early. But it's still going to be a level of time that we've got to invest in letting those guys play together and be in different situations and build the trust. So, but no, we're not worried about the amount of new faces. I think that's just the evolution of this footy team.
Does Harry get into that team? Harry Dean?
Yeah, I mean they're starting to compete really well down there. Youngie, Wade Dirksen, still got Jacob Wiedering, Mitch McGovern was good tonight, so it will become a numbers game, but that's what we want, is we want pressure in every line. But certainly what Harry's done tonight on the back of last week shows that he's heading in the right direction. Yeah.
Wiedering sounded confident during the half-time interview that he'd be right.
Yeah.
Do you share that view?
Yeah, we're confident, and we're certainly giving him every chance. So yeah, he'll get through training next week, and we'll make the assessment when we see him.
Straight to Kerner.
Oh well, it's a logical matchup, isn't it? All-Australian full-back versus All-Australian full-forward historically. So, and obviously Jake has played on him a number of times before, so knows him pretty well.
Sorry. We're impressed with some of the versatility of some of the new guys. Obviously, pre-season you have the opportunity to kind of move the magnets around, but I mean, guys like Campbell, Chester and things just sort of popping up all over the shop. So we're impressed with a lot of those guys who are able to kind of display they can play in every position.
Yeah, those guys that can play multiple roles are so important for the versatility and flexibility for our side as a coaching group, but also on field. Being able to move magnets around allows us to expose the opposition if that's required, or get them into the game. But Campbell's another guy who's come to our footy club fresh-faced, had a full pre-season, which just gives him the confidence in his body and also allows him to work on his craft and gel with his teammates. And then you start to see the performances tonight where he's strong in contest, he plays his role, he helps others around him play better. So really pleased for Campbell and what he's brought to our team.
All movement and that whole fun kick inside 50 last year was such an issue, but obviously bringing guys like Hayward, Ainsworth, and then you mentioned Jagger before. Do you feel like you've gone some way to addressing that? It looked really clean at some times tonight. Yeah, we still feel we've got a little bit of way to go. It was probably frustrating us early tonight that we weren't capitalising on some of our really good defence with our finishing, but I think that's a bit of the time of the year, just as the pressure goes up. And I thought this was a really high-quality game defensively and pressure-wise for both teams. So it was a great preparation for next week. But that last kick is just so critical in footy, and certainly the personnel we've got, the availability of some players that were already here, and the work we've put into it, hopefully all is the combination of a lot of things that helps us be better in our front half and increase our efficiency. Yeah.
You talk to the work that White has done to get himself back to where it is now.
Yeah, I think he spoke openly in the group, which the club, advertised around his response to, I had to know what I wanted to do last year. So he's done a lot of personal work on him as a person, and then the way he's presented over the summer, put himself in a position where he can earn his spot on the list. And credit to the young man. He's been completely disciplined to get himself fit, not missing training sessions, doing everything right, that he's earned the trust of the football club and his teammates, which is really important. So hopefully this is the start of the chapter that really starts to express and show Elijah for what he can do. And it's special playing with your brother. Not many guys get to do that opportunity, and he's got it in front of him. So another positive story that's, you know, amongst the threads of many, I suppose, of our footy club, hopefully this year.
What do you make of the ruck rules? Didn't they sort of go by a free kick that looked a bit iffy, and then Geelong's Neil clashed in one of the...
Yeah. I haven't watched them closely. I was watching more behind the ball to see where the back six, but I knew there was some frustrating groans and moans coming from next to me from the midfield guys. And we'll seek clarity on what that looks like. I guess we're still adjusting to that. You know, when you're looking at the ball and you're looking at your opponent, that fine line, you know, it's hard not to cross on occasion. So I think there's got to be some wriggle room where, yeah, you might give a couple up, but it's not deliberate. We'll reflect on that and give our rucks the best chance to learn and express their craft.
Is there worry for increased injuries though, with this new sort of jumping at each other and the knees clashing?
Yeah. Hopefully, if they're going up vertical and not in, that could maybe prevent the PCL, because that's the one we're probably worried about. But I guess time will tell. And that's the thing with bringing these new rules. We're probably going to see a greater body of work and evidence to suggest if that's going to occur. Nothing's happened so far, I don't think, in the first week of the pre-season matches and intra-club. So hopefully that's, for their sake, is avoided.
Frank Evans okay? He looked like a bit of a knock to the head.
Yeah, just a knock. Yeah. So no, he's fine, Frankie. Yep.
Anyone else worry about?
No, we're clean, which is really positive. Managed a few guys at the end, but that's just on individual loads throughout the season. So happy.
Perfect.
Thanks guys. Appreciate that. No worries.